doing my physical exercises. And I prioritize not only working on my brain, on my languages, reading books, studying, but I also prioritize working on myself in terms of my physical shape. So in the next 25 minutes, I'm going to tell you my secret to my system so that you can go out and apply it by yourself. First of all, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Victor. You probably saw me in some of the videos speaking different languages such as Chinese, Korean, Japanese. Japanese is more rare in my videos since it's the weakest language and I'm still working on it. I'm fluent in Chinese and Korean. I would say I've been fluent for many years now, and I've been living in Asia for, excuse me, I've been living in Asia for about 9 years, and which means that I've actually been speaking only foreign languages for the past 9 years. My mother tongue is Russian, so I come from a pretty small Russian town, Vladivostok. It's not the smallest town, but it never reached 1 million residents. It's a pretty decent town. It's close to Japan, China, and Korea. As opposed to what many people think, I actually didn't learn foreign languages growing up. I didn't learn foreign languages from childhood. My parents didn't hire tutors. My parents didn't send me abroad to study. I wasn't born to a rich family. And I'm pretty much 100% self-made in terms of my abilities, which means that nobody paid for me, nobody helped me, and it was just my genuine interest that led me to the following journey that I'm going to be sharing with you. You can put your comments and you can interact with other participants here in the chat. I'm going to be sharing my story, and the most important thing about this live stream is I want you to take it as a practical guideline, because some of my previous live streams I was ranting about some stuff, I was talking about some different topics, but I think a lot of people on the channel, they probably didn't see my actual theoretical theoretical base, I would say my theoretical fundamentals. So basically my classic approach that I've been promoting this approach since probably for the past like 7 years. This channel was, I started this channel in 2018, and I started with the interview with Chinese people, just completely random interviews in China and Harbin. And then I switched to those language videos that you see right now, me speaking different languages. The reason why, so let me just give you a little bit more of my own background. So basically, as a Russian, I learned English as my first foreign language. And then I've never been to any English-speaking country. So if you see me not pronouncing certain words correctly or not having a perfect pronunciation, you need to know that it's because of the environment. Maybe my Korean pronunciation is better than my English pronunciation, I'm not sure, but still I consider myself pretty fluent in English. English was my first foreign language, then I became fluent in Chinese, and then I became fluent in Korean. Now I'm studying advanced level in Japanese, which means N2 level. N2/N1. So it's I'm studying with Quartet 2 Japanese textbook, and I also use my own Victor AI app to practice speaking and to actually practice real situations. So I've helped, I would say personally helped maybe hundreds of people to reach conversational or fluent level through my coaching programs, which I also call Accelerator because they're based on my Accelerator method. Those people who couldn't join my coaching program because of the price before, I'm not promoting it here, just telling my story, they bought my course. And some people just feels like a simple video course for like $47. And some people learned languages like Spanish, the language that I don't even speak, using my Accelerator system. So in this live stream, I'm going to be sharing with you my Accelerator system that I want you to apply. And the reason why I started talking about myself is because I want you to believe that it actually works. So it helped a lot of people. I helped, like I said, hundreds of people in person, basically through the live coaching. I basically, people who went through my program, some of them became fluent, not quickly. Some of them became fluent in like 1 year. Some of them in 2 years. Some of them became fluent in 4 months. Some of them became conversational in 3 months. And I've coached people for like, I think, like a lot, for maybe 5 years, and I've been working with teams of teachers for Chinese and Korean. So I've been working in this space of language coaching for many years, and I've learned a lot also about how people learn. So everything that I'm saying now, everything that I'm going to be sharing with you, basically every single thing, I want you to apply it and know if you have any doubts, you can go to victortalking.com website. And just on the homepage, you can scroll and you can see real people like David Hargat, for example, or Sebastian, or my business partner, my friend David, who is a co-founder of Victor AI, who went through my program and started speaking Chinese. So and went to China, So people who went through my program, I want to say once again, I want to emphasize it. It's not only me who became fluent in multiple languages. I helped people to become fluent. Again, I personally took people from zero to fluent, or from beginner to fluent. It's not a magic pill. It's impossible to become fluent in like 60 days. Okay. So, but the thing that I want to tell you guys is this approach is really hard. Okay. So if you're like, oh, probably Victor is selling me on some price. So first of all, this live stream, I'm not going to be promoting any one of my products. The reason why I mentioned them is just I mentioned my work experience. So you can just go out and you can, if you want, you can check out my Victor AI app, you can check out my website, you can check out the links under my other videos. But this live stream is just pure value. I want to give you the approach so that you can go out and you can replicate it. So first of all, it's extremely hard. I want to emphasize it. It's very hard. It's like, so right now, I just mentioned at the beginning of this live stream, I just finished my physical training. When you run, there is a moment where you just can't run. Like, you're just completely exhausted. So put it in the chats, guys, like, what do you do physically, right? So that it completely exhausts you. Like, what do you do to the limit? Like, is it push-ups? Is it pull-ups? Is it martial arts? Like, what is the activity that you're doing? And it's just like, oh my God, like, this is so hard to do, right? And what's the number one skill that you've been practicing and you know that it's really hard, but it's really hard, right? But you know that it's impossible to master the skill without going through this process. So this is what I want you to think about learning languages. And especially if you think about Chinese, somebody says running and dance. So basically, the most important part here is that you need to understand it's really hard. So the approach that I will give you, it will not work for many people, not because it's not effective, but because it's extremely hard approach. And just like I just mentioned my coaching program, let me give you a little bit of an objective view here so that you don't think that what I'm describing here is perfect. A lot of people who went through my coaching program, they didn't even persevere like through the first week or through the first month. The reason why is because it's really hard. Okay, so let's talk about the actual approach here. First of all, it's really hard. It's not for everybody. So if you're ready for a very hard, intense approach, which I called my language accelerator method, my Victor AI app is based on it. Every single course is based on it. So let's talk about it. Okay, so my classic approach. Are you ready? Really simple, guys. Really simple. You'll understand it. The child will understand it. It's so easy to understand. Okay, so before I dive into the specifics, the approach consists of two parts. And you execute two of those parts at the same time. You can call them stage 1, stage 2. But the reason why stage 1 is very important is because it's very hard to start the stage 2. So the stage 1 of this approach is called theoretical stage, or you can call it the input stage. Theoretical input. So what it means is that before you even start speaking, before you start immersing with the content, before you start watching anime, before you start watching Chinese dramas, no matter what, depends on what language you're learning, you need to get a lot of theoretical knowledge, which means you need to master thousands of words, you need to master tens and maybe even hundreds of grammar patterns and vocabulary patterns, so that those things, when you hear, when you see, when you speak to people, so that you understand enough to actually survive in the conversation or to understand at least some content that you consume. The theoretical input is extremely intense. It's very hard to do, and it's the hardest part. The easiest part is when you have conversations and laugh with people. The easiest part is when you watch anime and apply the so-called input method. When you consume content in the language, right? When you save words, when you review words, this is the easiest part. The hardest part is to master what? the fundamentals of the language. Many people underestimate what it takes. That's why they're using Duolingo or other gamified apps or just watch some video courses. It's because they think it takes 1x effort while it takes, I would say, 1000x of what they think. It's literally, I really think it's 1000 times more, it's 1000 times harder than all of you guys think. Not probably not all of you, but like most of you. Learning Chinese is 1000 times harder than you think. That's why the methods that you're using, you think they are helping you, but years go by and you'll notice that probably you won't be able to hold a 5 minute conversation confidently. The reason why is because you underestimate how hard it is. And the most important thing here is that it's very information intense. So at the very beginning, you need to, if I describe it in terms of books, just think about think about this stack of books. How many pages is here? Like basically, I don't know, maybe 1,000 pages. Maybe 1,000 pages. Yeah, about 1,000 pages. That's the theoretical knowledge. And what does it include? It includes word order. It includes grammar patterns. It includes the structure of the language. For example, Chinese has 4 tones. Actually, it has 5 tones because there is a light tone. So theoretically, it has 5 tones. It has pinyin. It has characters. It has all those structures, and it has a lot of grammar. People say that Chinese has no grammar. Actually, Chinese has a lot of grammar. It's not as grammatically heavy as Korean, but so here's the thing. In order to get this theoretical knowledge, you need to go through a lot of training. And it's not just the knowledge, you also need to practice the knowledge. Like you need to practice through exercises. So if you learn some sort of grammar from a textbook, you need to practice the same grammar in exercises in order to memorize it. You see, while I'm on this live stream, I had literally just right now, I'm looking at the number of people, and it's in minus 30 people. Like as soon as I started talking about the details, I see minus 30 people. The reason why people log off is because everything which is related to work, everything which is mentioned in textbooks or theoretical knowledge or grammar, everything that mentions it, it causes automatic stress signal in their brain. And they're like, oh, it's better for me to just scroll through the feed on TikTok and just feed myself with dopamine without actually working. So this live stream, for those of you who still till the end, I'm gonna finish on 25-minute mark. This is when my salmon is gonna be ready and I'm gonna be having my dinner. But for those of you who stay till the end, just know that you're probably different from TikTok scrollers who cannot focus for more than 1 second at a time. One thing I want to tell you is that, in short, the approach goes like this. Through the years of learning languages and coaching, I never saw any better source for theoretical knowledge than textbooks. People think textbooks is like a traditional thing that it's like outdated. But what about textbooks that were issued in 2025 or 2026? What about textbooks that were issued by actual universities who used to teach students, right? You say again, like when I mentioned textbook, like minus 15 people. Because people, like most people, they never read the book. Like most people didn't read the book within like last 2 or 3 years, right? So that's like, most people don't open the textbook by themselves, right? That's why most people will never learn and master a hard skill. No matter whether it's a foreign language, whether it's marketing, whether it's copywriting, business, finance, most people just scroll through TikTok. So that's why. Anyways, my approach goes like this. You go through 3 to 4 textbooks at the very beginning, which are 200 to 300 pages long, which probably like about, it really depends on the language and on the textbook. But it's roughly probably like 500 to 600 pages where you'll see the actual result in your speaking, and 1,000 pages where it's like very good. It depends on the series of textbooks, but I would like to say that you need to go through 3 to 4 textbooks. And you also need to learn with the teacher. So you need to always have structured classes where the teacher corrects you. The alternative that we have right now is that we created Victor AI app that is like an interactive textbook. So we looked at the material from all the textbooks, major textbooks for the language that we focus on, and we basically analyzed all of them, and we created more materials, more practical lessons, and all of them are speaking lessons. There, it's reading, speaking, correction. So it's like teacher plus textbook in one format. So it's my app is like alternative. At this moment in time, I would recommend both. So if you ask me like, Victor, what do I use? I would be like, use my app and use the textbooks too, and also use different sources. But what you need to understand is that you need to target, at least in terms of the material, whether it's inside my app because it has levels too. You need to target going through approximately, you can measure 4 textbooks at the very beginning for theoretical knowledge. After you go and while going through those, you apply, this is the theoretical baseline. So it's stage number 1. Theoretical input or theoretical baseline or theoretical fundamentals. So this is stage number 1, right? Stage number 1. Stage number 2 is what I called the input method or massive exposure, which means that you need to watch content in this language primarily. You need to watch content primarily in this language. Which means that, for example, you can watch YouTube, you can watch Netflix, and only watch content in this language without English subtitles or without subtitles in your language. Consume content, right? This is all input method. Practice with native speakers. Practice with AI. Again, I have a Victor AI app that you can practice with while learning also. The problem with other AI systems, the difference between our AI and there, is because they don't teach. They just like have a basic talk. It's not like based on levels. You cannot say, ChatGPT, hey, can you teach me on the level of HSK2, for example? It will not be able to do so, to practice the dialogue on the level of HSK2. It will break, basically. It's like, it's after a few like sentences, it will break. It will start like this, but it will break. Practice and simulate conversations. So again, 2 stages, I said, right? So first stage is theoretical fundamentals, and the second stage is massive input. Massive input includes consuming media, consuming content, and practicing with the native speakers, right? 2 stages. This is called my language accelerator project. I call it language accelerator. So when people came to my program back in the day, right? And right now, the same thing happens. The goal, the most important thing is the first goal is to finish first textbook. The second goal is finish second textbook, then third, and then the fourth textbook. And people who applied my method, there was a guy who applied my method and he finished like 600 pages of textbooks in Spanish and he became advanced in Spanish, right? Over the course of the year. So it's not a magic pill, right? It's not a magic pill. The problem with most learners, so this is a very hard approach. I have about 8 minutes left. So one thing I want to say is like most people on this live stream and most people who already exited because they have a goldfish attention span. The thing is that you need to understand that most language learners use apps like Duolingo, right? People have like 300-day streak or 600-day streak and they can't speak the language. They can't have a 5-minute unstructured conversation. Most people try to learn through easy ways, like watching video courses, doing endless Anki cards without really studying grammar. What else do people do? They think they can learn with their friends, just like talking to their friends, like download automatically in their brain. What else do people do? What else? Yeah, most people, some people learn on TikTok. Some people scroll and they just like learn while scrolling and like just like saving phrases. Yeah, this is how most people learn. And this is why most people never actually master the language. Never. Even the easy one. And those people who do master the language, there are a lot of stories. There will be smart people in the comment section of this live stream where they will say, well, you know, there are a few not polyglots, but like people who mastered like one language. And they didn't use textbooks. Let's say it's not that they didn't use textbooks, they used mostly like immersion method, like input method, right? Like my stage 2. But actually, if you study their story, they actually did study with textbooks at the very beginning. Or they downloaded some PDF brochure, like with all the grammar. It's like a lot of pages of grammar. It's like they did structure at the very beginning still. They were in some course for like a few months. They were in some summer school. But it's like they didn't become fluent like that, but that's the hardest part. You know, the hardest part is not becoming fluent. You think the hardest part is becoming fluent in the language? No, it's fun. Once you go from intermediate to fluent, that's the easiest part, because you just speak, you know, you just speak and consume media. The hardest part is go from zero to upper beginner. It's go from 0 to 1, basically. You can call, like, there is like a, in business, there is like 0 to 1 slang. You know, it's like the hardest part is go from 0 to 1. That's the hardest part. So you think that, and they became fluent, yeah, of course, like they became extremely native and fluent, but that's not how they started, you know. So if you study some stories, just always look at the very beginning of the story. You can look at on my channel, you can check out my video with my interview with Matt versus Japan. You can also study other people, but mostly a lot of people I see, like the advice that they give, it's actually different from what they did at the very beginning. Like, what did I do at the very beginning of my Chinese learning journey? Yeah, I was in the course. I was at the university studying Chinese at the university. How much do you think it helped me, dude? It's like revolutionary. It's like 0 to 1. The teacher shows you how to write a character on a blackboard. Teacher corrects your pronunciation. If you have 1 month of that, you actually master the hardest part. While other people are stuck on Duolingo without really understanding how the language works, some people just by the course of luck, they end up at the university or some summer course. They learn the language. They finish like by default. They half-ass finish 2 textbooks, and then they just like talk to Japanese people, and they're like, oh, I became fluent by speaking. You became fluent by speaking, but this is not why you became fluent. You became fluent because you started with structured materials. So it's always, don't forget stage 1. This is what I'm trying to say. Don't forget stage 1. Stage 1 is theory. Even if, like, I'm not dogmatic about the word textbook. So like I said, my Victory AI app, we created, like, we have more material for Chinese than a series of textbooks right now. So it's the format is not, it could be some, let's say theoretically, it could be some video course, let's say theoretically. But the video course should have like thousands of videos on Chinese, like thousands, and maybe like, yeah, like 5,000 videos maybe, right? We have thousands of lessons in our app, that's why I'm saying, right? Count how many lessons we have for Chinese, like we have so many lessons. So the thing is that I'm not dogmatic about the word textbook. I'm dogmatic about just be strategic about how much information you get. The co-founder of Duolingo had an interview, and he said that the information that you can learn in 2 hours, they break it down so that you learn it in like 1 month or something. So basically, or 1 year. So basically, you basically don't learn. It doesn't make sense. So for example, to learn, just let's say you need to learn this much of information to get like to just A2 level in any language, right? Duolingo gets you to this level after 3 years, for example. And this is like 5% of what you need. So you get 5% of what you need to become conversational or fluent after years of use of Duolingo. And this, you can find the interview. Yeah, I'm not making this up. You can find the interview with the co-founder saying that how, and it's gamification. The purpose of them is making money. It's just basically it's not to teach you. It's to get you addicted to the app, to streaks, to those vibrations, fireworks. It's called gamification. For those of you who are a little bit smarter, you can study what gamification means. You can study psychology. Right? Psychology, marketing, how to market to masses, right? How to market to masses. You say you can learn any language in 5 minutes by, you can become fluent in any language in 5 minutes by doing nothing. This is how you market to masses. And also you show them the fireworks and everything. My approach is hard. My approach is for, like, how many people right now on the live stream? 2 people maximum will be able to apply it. At the best. At the best. Like, this is really hard. This is really hard. Like, okay, so what sports are you guys in? Like, for example, I'm doing pull-ups, right? How many pull-ups can you get? Like, how many pull-ups do you think? How many guys, like if you take 100 guys, how many guys can do 20 pull-ups? How many guys can do 20? How many guys can do 30 kilogram pull-ups? 35 kilogram pull-ups? How many guys can do 10, 30 kilogram pull-ups? Well, like, what's the percentage? For those of you who do pull-ups. For those of you who do other sports, let's say, I don't know, like what sports do you guys do? What sports do you guys do? Just mention any sport that you do that is really hard to do. I can do 13 pull-ups. You're in the minority, my friend. Congratulations, this is pretty good. Play soccer, right? So somebody said, okay, boxing. Somebody said boxing, right? How many, so in boxing, like what would you measure? Let's say you do boxing, right? Can you be very active all 3 rounds for 3 minutes? Like very active, like very fucking crazy active, right? How many punches can you land? Quality punches can you land in 3 minutes, right? What's the average performance? So for those of you guys who said I can do 30 pull-ups, right? It also depends on your weight, on your body weight, and like, but it's impressive for any body weight. It's impressive for any height, right? You're in the minority. How many people do you know that can do 30 pull-ups? I actually know I saw guys, like I did pull-ups together with guys, but I actually know pretty much almost nobody. It's how many people have you seen? And what I'm trying to say here is that in any field, because some of you be like, oh, Victor just is very negative. He says like just 2 people off of this live stream will learn the language using his method or any other method. I don't want you to take it as a negativity. I just want to take it as a wake-up call. This is a very positive one. Because if you think about any field, right? Who can do swimming? Who's good at what sport, right? You know that there is always, like out of 100 people, there is only 5 that can do it decently. There is always a minority. The reason why is, even in the boxing, who goes to the gym? Who goes to the boxing gym? Who goes to... You know that if you go to any type of gym, in January, everybody is in the gym, man. Like 100 people, man. What about November? What about November? Nobody's in the gym. It's like nobody's there. The reason why is because it's hard. This is what I'm trying to say, right? So I'm here to tell you that the project I just gave you, it's a non-bullshit, non-marketing, just straight up, for those of you who can go out and apply. It's a really hard approach. First one, you need to get strong theoretical fundamentals. It's really hard. Your brain will break, but you'll increase your IQ. You'll become so much smarter. You'll believe in yourself. It will change your life. You need to finish a lot of textbooks. Try my Victory AI app. It's the interactive textbook, but I would recommend to do like textbook plus my app, like, and compare. We're still improving some courses. That's the first thing, right? Second thing, you need to create crazy vacuum when you interact with native speakers. Basically, no English. When I go to Japan, I'm not fluent in Japanese. When I go to Japan, you will never hear me speak in English. Even when the staff speaks English to me, I respond in Japanese. 日本語が大丈夫です。日本語が大丈夫。日本語で大丈夫です。Right? That's the thing that I'm saying. It's okay if we can speak Japanese. Oh, really? Oh, okay. And then they switch to Japanese. And then I don't understand. And then I'm like, oh, I need to pretend that I understand because otherwise they will switch to English again. It's hard to do, but I create this vacuum on the basis of my theoretical knowledge of Japanese. So, and nothing is ideal, you know, even if you finish textbooks, you still have to go through them, like review a lot of stuff, right? Review words, review thousands of words. A lot of people ask me, the most common question that I see in comments is like, how long do you take you? How long do you take? How long do you take? I want to say one answer. You don't want to know how long it took me. You don't want to know. But I want to tell you one thing. You can start speaking and dating in the language in 3 months from now. If you apply this method, in 3 to 6 months, you can start dating in this language. But fluency takes years. Fluency takes years. Conversational takes months. So it's hard to do. Some of you guys will do it. Some of you guys will be like, okay, I had enough of Duolingo, of stupid video courses. Let me just grind. Let me just grind. The whole the live stream. So accelerator method, my language accelerator method. You can call it the name, crazy hard grinding method for learning languages. Lock in, grind, use your willpower, right? Build your focus, increase your IQ. That's the thing I'm trying to tell you. It's hard, but you can do it if you know that it's hard. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. It's hard, man. I don't want to market it. Hey, just study 5 minutes a day for 30 days and you'll listen. So my app, this is how I market my app, right? 60 days, you speak for 20 minutes a day and you can impress people with your. It's true. You can try it. You can try it. But I'm not telling you can become fluent in 60 days but it depends on how many lessons you do and like what you apply. I have my courses inside. It's always, but just remember, in any method, in any school, any course, it's always a minority who just go after it, who lock in, who just don't give up, and who are extremely consistent. If you go to the gym, how many of you guys like you go to the gym, like any gym, boxing gym, just any gym, like how many of you guys go to the gym like very long time, right? Just a long time. Here's the tag. How many new faces you see and how many old faces you see? What I want to tell you is that the old faces, it's like, these are just like a few people, right? Like 3 people you see. But new, like in terms of quantity of people, a lot of people are new, but they disappear. They come in, they disappear. They come and disappear. You can check out the statistics. How many people, like, they buy gym membership and they never go past the first month? How many people buy courses and never go past the first video? How do I know? Man, I sold courses. People from 60 countries bought my courses. 60 countries. I don't want to brag about it, but I can open my Kajabi panel and I can see that a lot of people don't even freaking watch the courses they pay their own money for. I've sold courses and the worst thing is that people don't watch them. I'm like, in my courses, I'm like, oh, listen, it's not just the course, you need to apply what you learn. It's not just a video course, you need to apply. Dude, it's not the problem that they don't apply. The problem is that they don't even watch. Huh? Most people don't go past the first couple of videos. You need to understand, average Joe watches like TV on Netflix for like hours every single day. Every Joe is overweight. Every Joe does not speak a foreign language. Every Joe cannot approach a girl on the street. Average Joe is socially awkward. Average Joe is not who you want to be. Even if you're an average Joe, you can change it. Right? This is a big freaking wake-up call for you guys. It's hard. Learning languages is hard. Mastering any kind of martial art is hard. Mastering pull-ups is hard. Mastering push-ups is hard. Once you understand it, you're like, dude, this is hard. Then you can do it. Then you can do it. Because you know what you need to do. Once you understand this is hard, you're like, dude, I need to freaking invest my own money into this thing. I need to go, I need to buy some course. I'm a language learner. I'm running language coaching programs. I myself, here in Korea, I went to offline courses in Gangnam to learn Japanese and Japanese from Japanese teachers. I went through like a few semesters. Where do you think I learned Japanese, bro? I'm still taking class. Where do you think I learned Japanese? Huh? Like, I'm training every single day, like every week. I'm speaking Japanese. Like, last month I took a break, but before that for a year, on average, I'm speaking Japanese 30 minutes a day straight, like non-stop. I speak 4 hours a week, non-stop. I'm not fluent, but I speak every single week. Because it's not Duolingo, bro. It's not Duolingo. It's not Duolingo, bro. It's real people you need to talk to. At least practice with AI. It's not Duolingo. It's not your fancy course. It's not you scrolling through TikTok. It's hard. You need to go out. You need to do it. You don't need to watch videos about doing pull-ups. You do pull-ups yourself. You watch a movie. You watch something that motivates you. Just go out and do it. Try to stay consistent for a year. A lot of you guys, you like some people be like hating and stuff. Whatever, dude. Prove it to me. Prove it to yourself. Don't hate. Don't waste your energy, man. You don't want to hate on me, just don't hate on me. Prove it by action. Prove it by action. Do. Don't tell me. Don't tell me in comments, oh my God, you don't know shit. Oh no, you're not fluent. You're not this, you're not that. Don't tell me. Prove it. Prove it. Buy freaking McLaren. Build $1 million business. Prove it. Prove it. Send a pic, be like, you don't know shit. I know shit. Prove it with your success. Don't comment. Don't waste your energy. Just think about it. In economics, there is a concept which is called opportunity cost. Whatever you do, there is a cost of doing it. So if you leave a negative comment, just think about, if you leave a positive comment, you share positivity with other people, you connect. But if you leave a negative comment, you think, dude, I don't read comments, man. I have 4 million followers in 2 languages. I have right now 20 million views on my account on Russian Instagram. On the English Instagram, I have 1 million followers almost. I don't read comments. I don't care. You create like whoever leaves negative comments, just think about it. You boost the video, you boost the live stream, you help me to increase my reach. But you do negative things for yourself. The reason why is because you can maybe you don't like me, but guess what? This is about your life. It's not about my life, right? It's about how you spend your time and energy. You don't like it, you just log off. You just unsubscribe, right? But if you like it, if you're into this thing, just think about it. What's the plan? What's the plan for this year? It's April already. January, February, March, April. What did you do for 4 months? Ask yourself. If you like it, yes or no. What's the thing you're into? Languages, okay, so what's the strategy? How much material do you need to go through till the end of the year? What's your goal? Do you want to go to Japan to go on a date with Japanese girl? Or do you want to impress your Chinese wife with your Chinese? Or do you want to make friends in Korean? Do you want to come to Korea and impress Korean people? What is the thing you want to do? Make a realistic plan and freaking write on the top of the page. It's hard as fuck. It is hard as fuck. I'm top 1% who can do it. Nobody can do it except for me because I'm fucking 1%. That's the thing that you write on the top of your fucking page and you memorize it. Or do something similar to that. Or you can just go out and hate. You be like, hate on me, hate on other people. This is a big freaking wake-up call. So, anyways, back to the topic. It's hard as hell. For textbooks, this is what you need to do at the very beginning. When you talk to native speakers, shut your brain off in terms of English and other languages except for the language that you learn. If you can say 5 words, then say them 5 words. Say 5 words, create a vacuum. This is how you become fluent. You become fluent from discomfort. You become fluent from being in discomfort of not being able to say stuff so that your brain becomes like a sponge when you open that textbook. You memorize words in a millisecond because when you were in the conversation, you were like, oh my God, I don't know how to say it. And then when you read the textbook or go through my Victory app, let me promote it here. You memorize it fast, not because you're talented. People are like, oh, you're just talented. It's not talented. The discomfort drives you more than anything. You need to be driven by the discomfort of not being able to say stuff. Get rid of English when you talk to Chinese people if you learn Chinese. Get rid of English if you talk to Japanese people if you learn Japanese. Right? Hardcore approach. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard it is. Like you go to a freaking bookstore, don't buy one text, buy a series of textbooks. You buy a textbook. How hard it is to open a textbook and just to figure out how to freaking learn with it. You're like, I was never good at school. I was never good at the university. Fuck that. Just open the textbook and make yourself grind the freaking textbook until you freaking memorize it. Just memorize the fucking textbook. Memorize 4 fucking textbooks. Go out, talk to people, don't speak English. In a year, you can be fluent, man. This is hard as fuck. Nobody can do it. Can you do it? Can you do it? Try. You'll be in top 1%. See you next time.